Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome live from the Jackson County Fair. And we're so happy to have you all here with us today. Thank you for tuning in. And to start off the program today, I found one of my old horsing around buddies, but also more importantly, member of the livestock committee and also on the fair board, our good friend Jamie Sexton. So welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. And more importantly than all of those things, father of Queen Presley.
Yes. Very, very proud.
Yes, you should be.
Yes.
So, Jamie, so the fair is going on right now, and actually the rabbit show's behind us.
Yes.
So that's always fun to start off the week.
It started this morning at 8 o'clock, and then this evening we'll have the market turkey show also. So
The what?
market turkey show.
Turkey. Okay,
Yep.
so the turkeys crack me up.
Oh, yeah, they're good. They're fun to watch.
They are hilarious. Now, I'm telling you, it's worth the price of admission to go to the Jackson County Fair just to see the turkeys.
Yes, it is. It's very good. It's fun to watch. Yes.
I had no idea. So turkeys have been a thing. I mean, they're not for a long time. Like, they're fairly new.
Yeah, they're probably 4 or 5 years old. We started out about 5 years ago, I think it was, give or take a little bit. And Lewis Turkey Farms kind of helped us get it started. And
Yeah.
they donated them all the first year, and then we just went from there, and they've grown to a pretty good project. So, yeah, they're neat to watch.
I wish we could go on the move, because to show people what these turkeys look like you have no idea. They are like at least waist high.
Yes.
They're so tall
Yeah, I think
and
our
big.
largest this year was 40 pounds. Yes, so they're a big bird. So.
They are a hoot, and these turkeys, they obviously are the same as everybody else. You have to show them, so you
correct.
have to like work with them and teach them to walk with you.
Yeah, you walk with a cane and walk them around. Oh, it's great. So yeah, it's something to come out and see, definitely.
As I said, it's definitely worth the price of admission.
Yes.
All right, so Jamie, let's talk for a minute about this year's fair. Last year was kind of a down year just because of COVID.
Correct. Yes.
But we're back in full swing this year.
Full swing. Everything is up and running. Rides will start this evening. I think around 5 o'clock. So that's going to be a good thing. And we should have Cincinnati Circus tonight. So that'll be our entertainment. So
and where I forgot to ask, where is the circus? Because this is a new thing to the fair.
It's very new. This will be our first year with it. They're going to be in front of the grandstand. So it's going to be a good thing. So
I am looking so forward to hearing about how that turns out, because who doesn't love a good circus?
That's right, for sure. Especially a circus and a fair, so that's a great thing.
And they have the biggest clown of all right here.
Right here. I've took it for many years.
No, you and I were in 4-H together and have done this fair thing for quite some years now. And let's talk for a minute about the fair board and what is the role of the fair board.
Well, the fair board is our main board here at the fairgrounds, and we put in all the entertainment. We are the overseer of the fair, really. We have the livestock, the horse committee, and we oversee the fairgrounds with Erin Daly. Of course, she's our educator.
Yes.
And
speaking of, where is she?
She, I believe, is in the office.
We can't let her. You got to go get her in a minute.
We'll get her in a minute. We'll get her fired up here in a minute. But fair board, we set the rules as far as camping rules, and we have all of our entertainment we book. We go to a convention in January every year, so to book our entertainment and do that. So we kind of know, give or take, a few months of what our entertainment's going to be from January and how we're going to succeed. And we got a pretty good fair board. I mean, we've really got a good fair board this year. We've done a ton of improvements on our fairgrounds.
I'm telling you.
Yes, we repaired our chain link fence, which was in need of it this year, which was a big project. We redid our grandstand, which is amazing.
It is gorgeous.
Yes. If you haven't seen it, you need to come out and see the grandstand. It is really, really nice. And we just redid our horse barn. We put all new metal on it and stuff.
Oh,
the fair board
good.
did that.
Okay.
And of course, our new office that we're setting at, we did 2 or 3 years ago in our new land barn. So the fair board was and we've just done a lot in the last few years. It's been really well.
And I really think, I was talking the other day, a couple of the main projects that I think you guys pick kind of a project or two every year and just like work on that. But, the paving of the Midway was, I mean, during our time, it was either a dust bowl or a mud bowl, one or the other.
Exactly.
We didn't have that luxury.
No, and it's like I said, it's been tremendous. I think that's been there since 1961. and it's had some repairs over the year, but nothing like this.
Yeah,
so
it's good.
It's been really nice that we did that. So
Very good. And then, redoing the grandstand this year, I think is amazing.
Oh,
It
yes.
looks fantastic. This fairgrounds is blessed with a wonderful grandstand.
Yes.
A lot of folks, a lot of fairs don't have
No,
those
they have
awesome
small
grandstands.
ones. They have like ours. I mean, like I said, we have a
The
really
removable
nice,
bleachers and
yes, this is
uncomfortable.
wonderful how it's there, and we use it for all our events year round when we have derbies in the fall and stuff.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of stuff. It's our main thing. So
Yes,
Great.
it is top notch. All right, so let's take off that hat and put on your livestock committee
All right.
hat. And let's talk a little bit about what is the livestock committee, and let's talk about that and what's the difference between that and the fair board.
Well, like I said, the fair board oversees the whole grounds and all the entertainment,
Okay.
and they actually oversee the barn area too. But livestock committee's been around for about, I think, around 40 some years now, running the sale
Wow.
and running the barn area, which is a huge help to the fair board. We just can't be on both ends at all the time. So
Right.
the livestock committee, like they set all the rules for the shows, and they just run all the shows, and they run the sale. And we've done a lot of improvements this year. We put in over $15,000 in fans in the hog barn this year. So
I saw that. It's
yes,
amazing.
It's really good, and our goal is to do it in the lamb barn next year. So we do cattle shows throughout the year, and
Really?
we're going to do another one this fall, which was a huge success last year, and we're going to do a goat show also this fall. So, and our haunted barn, I don't know if anybody's ever been to that, but it's great. So,
Oh, yeah. And again, so many of these things got kind of put on hold last year.
Yes.
So it's very frustrating, as the haunted barn and some of those other things are great fundraisers for you all.
Yes, great fundraiser. So it was a down year for us, and we was blessed that that we was able just to even have a fair. And
Yes.
so we will sacrifice some things for the kids to make sure they get their fair, and I was glad that we was able to. So
Yeah, and I think that's amazing, and you all work so hard year round. That's what people don't realize.
Right.
This fair is 1 week out of the year, but you
Correct.
all work year round.
yeah, second week of August we'll be ready for starting next year's fair. So
That's right.
Yes, it starts over every year.
So amazing. So before I let you go, how did the Kentucky Headhunters turn
The
out?
Kentucky Headhunters was
had great
awesome.
weather.
Oh, great weather. Them guys rocked it. It was great.
They
I was
are awesome.
I was talking to one of the band members backstage, and I was like, I was 14 when I seen you guys last time. And he's like, man, you're making me feel old. But they did as good as they did back then. It was great. So, and you remember those days. You was there with me.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
Those
for
were the
sure.
good days. So, for sure.
They were, and it was so funny. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, they played 30 years ago. I'm like, yep, and I was there.
Tell
Darn
our
it.
age, so for sure. But yes,
We remember.
oh yeah, it was good. They did really wonderful. They was super nice. Actually one of the band members came down and walked through the barns.
Really?
Oh yes, he was telling us about he used to own hogs
Aw.
oh it was interesting. He was a very very good guy. He was the drummer, so he came down and they was to find out they was big huge 4-H families.
There
So
you
there
go.
you go. So
Works
that
out
was great.
well.
Perfect.
All right.
Yes.
Well, Jamie, I know you're super duper busy. Thank you so much for taking time to
Not
talk
a
with
problem.
us today.
Glad to see you, and glad you are here.
Yeah, we, we love the fair.
Yes, definitely.
And can't get away from it. And we're just appreciative of the accommodations here. So this is great.
Yes, well, we thank you guys. Everybody come out and enjoy the fair this week, and this will be a great week. So,
You know it. Weather's looking pretty good
yes,
too.
look, weather's looking good, really cool. It actually was cool enough last time we had to turn all the fans off, so that's a good thing. There you go.
I can only remember one time that
One time,
happened
and
when we were
yes,
showing.
Yes, that's correct. We're going to be blessed, I think, this week. So great.
You deserve it.
Yes, we need it definitely. Yes.
All right, Jamie, thanks so
Thank
much.
you so
and
much.
We're going to see if we can't talk to some 4-Hers over
Sounds
here. What do you
great.
think about
I
that?
think that's great.
All right.
All right.
All
Thank
righty.
you so much.
Yeah, for sure. All right, who's next? All right. Oh, it's the Fannin clan. Welcome. You can sit or stand either way. So we have some 4-Hers with us today. Welcome, welcome. If you would hold that kind of up there. Okay, tell everyone who you are.
Hi everyone, my name's Elizabeth Fannin and I'm an 11-year 4-H member.
Hi, my name is Ashton Fannin, and I am a third year 4-H member.
Very good. All right, we got him out there. So, Elizabeth, tell us a little bit about, 11 years in 4-H is quite a while, and, you're kind of a seasoned veteran. But what comes with being a seasoned veteran at the fair and in 4-H is also that responsibility to help others as your brother and you know, whatever, the younger folks coming up. So let's talk for a minute about your projects, but then also what you feel like your responsibilities are as a senior 4-H member to help the other one, the younger folks.
So this is my 9th year showing lambs. I've showed lambs since my 2nd year in 4-H.
Wow.
And this guy is his 3rd year showing lambs. So I've shown a number of projects throughout my time in 4-H. If I can think of them right off the top of my head, I've shown goats, cattle projects, dairy cattle projects.
You've done a lot.
A wide variety of projects. And what I think it's all about is, I think, when was it? His first year, someone said, he walked in the show arena, this guy had been waiting like years to show lambs. Like,
Were you so excited?
There's so many pictures of, he would do those little, like, the open shows for the younger kids. And someone said that he looked like he'd been doing it for years. So I think that's what it's all about, is getting these kids excited about coming up in 4-H and being able to show for the very first time.
That's exactly right. And again, it goes so on and so forth. You know, as you're young, you have some of the senior folks helping you out, and then you grow up, and then it just keeps on going. I think that's like literally the epitome of what 4-H stands for.
Yeah. And another thing, like, along with that, this past year I gave up my title as Fair Queen. And
Yes.
something that I wanted to take away from that more than anything was being able to help the younger girls that are coming up and wanted to be Fair Queen. Because I remember the years that I tried out, the girls that would help me out and help me fill out my applications. And
That's
I just
so
wanted to
good.
be that girl for the little girls coming up. Yeah.
Very good. Well, this is what we're here for. This is what we're all about. So, all right, so you guys both have lambs. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your lambs. When do you get them? When does that project start? And then help us learn what you all have to do to get your lambs ready for the fair.
Okay, we get our lambs in about March or April, depending on the year. Last year we got them in March. This year we got them in April. And it's like,
Are they little babies when you
oh
get
yeah,
them?
they're so tiny.
Oh.
They look like chipmunks whenever you get them the first day.
I love that.
Especially he has a blue one, and
A blue lamb?
Yeah. Well, they're not blue;
They're
they're
not-
black, but that's what you call them.
I got you.
Yeah. So, especially those ones, they tend to look like chickmunks. But so it starts like way before that. Obviously, you know, you're preparing the weeks leading up to getting your animals. Learning about the showmanship techniques and what it takes to be a proper showman and taking care of your animals. And then, you know, you're in the barn for hours every day in the months leading up, making sure that your lamb's prepared to walk into the show arena for the very first time. And you're just constantly working to ensuring that you're a great showman and that you're taking care of your animal, because, you know, that animal is like your kid almost.
Yeah,
because-
right. No, you're responsible for them.
You're responsible for making sure that,
Yeah, food and water, and just are comfortable
absolutely,
and happy.
Yeah, and like I said, like that's what it's about, is teaching that responsibility. And you know, at the end of the week, you know that lamb's gonna load up on the trailer, and you're not gonna be able to take it home. But that's what it's all about, teaching responsibility and great work ethic more than anything. I know this guy learned a lot about that in the last 3 years. So
So can you talk for a minute about what you do to show your lamb? Because I don't know that a lot of people understand this, but there's the market classes, which is actually about the lamb and its physique and, you know, how it's put together. But then there's also the showmanship part of it, which is where you all come in too.
The little details is in
you
showmanship.
want to tell them how you set them up?
Yeah, so can you tell
So
us a little bit about what to do with the lamb?
You have to have them even, and then your back legs are like a little bit out from under their body, and then you want them even with the front legs.
Okay.
So like, you don't want them too close to each other, like even with their thighs.
What do we call that? Oh, being square. Square 'em
Yeah,
up.
being
Squaring
square
them up,
square 'em
yep.
up.
Did that with the horses too. Yeah. So now with the lambs, how do you you actually show them, like, they don't have a halter or anything. You're not attached to this lamb, so it can just take off at any moment.
Yeah. So, do you want to explain how you get over here so they can see you?
You have to have your hand under their jaw, and then some
Yep.
people have it behind their ears, but we don't. I just walk them with under their jaw.
Oh, you have them that trained, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, and you have, and then you how you set them up? What do you use
We
to set
put,
them up?
or I bump set them, because mine I usually can't reach to their back legs.
Yeah.
So then she sets them up by moving her legs,
Yeah.
but I like to bump
Actually
set.
picking up their legs.
But I
Wait,
bump set.
Do you want to explain what bump setting is? Like,
Whenever you have them and you have your knee and you push into them and they're scooped back.
so they know
Yes.
where to move their legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like a code between you and your lamb,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then he gets it, or she. Is it a he or a she? He.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's very helpful. And so let's talk for a minute about market versus, Elizabeth, if you would fill us in on that, the market versus showmanship. And because every animal you have both.
Yeah. So to be able to show in the market show, you're required to do showmanship, and like you said, it's all about you and your animal's relationship.
Yes.
It shows how much time you spend in the barn
Yep.
and the months leading up to the fair. How well you worked with that animal, how quickly you can get that animal set up, and if your animal's in there kind of doesn't know what it's doing, or it's kind of spooked or a little bit something like that, then the judge knows, like, can tell who's built that bond with their animal.
Right.
Whereas market is more about the quality of the meat that animal is going to produce when it goes to slaughter and whenever it's going to be on your plate, because ultimately that's that's where it's
the
going.
point.
Yeah.
None of us like to talk about that,
Yeah,
but that is kind of the point.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the main difference. Obviously, in market, you have to be willing to go in there and work hard to make sure that animal is set up properly and is displayed to the judge the way that you want it to, because that
Sure.
is a part of it. Something he didn't mention, but kind of goes along with the bump setting, is that you want to, with the lambs, you got to get them to brace into you to kind of display. The judge will actually come up and feel that animal, and will feel its muscle and its back and its
Okay.
behind. So
It's
and-
tushy.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that's how the judge kind of knows what kind of quality meat that animal is going to produce, if you're capable of getting your lamb to do that. And that takes a lot of extra work as well. You know, we do a lot of methods to get it to do that. We have to work with pushing it. We'll actually take it down like an incline and walk it down backwards, and that teaches it to push up against you. Another way is
Uh-huh.
On a wall, and then you push back.
push against the wall.
Okay.
Or having the metal stands, which there's a ton in there. Those are used for shearing and washing your lambs, but they also use those for working. If you set them at an incline, that makes sure teaching
Set their feet.
Yeah.
teaching them how to brace ultimately. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, very good. And see, these kids, I don't know if y'all know how hard they work and how much there is to all of this.
Yeah.
And that's just one animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has two actually. He's got a steer.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
man,
he's
that's a
working-
whole other story.
Yeah, he's working double time. Yeah.
Well, very good. And I know you two are very, very busy.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for taking time to talk with us
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
We greatly appreciate it. And best of luck to you this year at the fair.
Thank you for having
Of
us.
course. All righty.
Who's next?
Okay. Who's next?
Corbin and Brindley. Here you go.
Oh, got two more victims over here. Come on over, have a seat, and tell everyone who you are.
Hi, I'm Brindley Smalley. And I'm Corbin Smalley.
That's right. And see, you are cousins of Jenna, intern Jenna. So very good. So tell everyone who your parents are and what 4-H club you're in.
My mom is Melanie Smalley.
And my dad is Christopher Smalley.
And 4-H clubs?
Barnyard Rascals.
Both of you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's talk for a minute about what projects you guys have at the fair. And how many years have you been in the fair now?
This is my third year.
Third year.
This is my second.
Second year, okay. And what projects do you all have?
I have 2 goats and a dairy market beef feeder.
Okay, so goats, dairy market beef feeder. Okay, and we'll get to explaining what the dairy beef feeder is versus like a steer here in a minute because they're completely different. And Corbin, what do you have?
I'm showing 2 goats.
2 goats. So you
Frank the
both have
Tank.
goats.
Frank the Tank and Eileen.
Frank the Tank and Eileen. Does Eileen have one leg shorter than the other?
Well, she actually has her eyelid burnt, and Mom said we were going to cut her hoof one shorter than the other so we can cut her eyelids.
Call her Eileen. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so Corbin, since you have goats, both of you, but I want to talk about your dairy beef feeder here in a minute. So let's talk about what you have to do to show your goats, and what did you have to do to get them ready this year?
We weren't home a lot because of our softball and baseball.
Yes.
But when we were home, we'd wake up in the morning early, go out and feed, because then once they finished eating, we will work them. That's walking them around and bracing them.
Yeah, because you two are, people don't know this, but you all are traveling a lot with your sports and everything, so you have to work double time when you are here to make sure that your animals are familiar with you and whatever. So goats are shown, I think, kind of a little bit similar to lambs, aren't they?
Yeah, they have a harness that you walk, and lambs.
So like a collar. Yeah.
Lambs you walk them with.
Like with your hands, but the goats actually have a collar, but you kind of set them up the same way, don't
Yeah,
you?
we set them up pretty much exactly the same.
Okay. And like, what would a judge be looking for in the market class? What makes a goat a good goat?
The shoulder muscles, the butt muscles, and the chest. How thick the chest is.
Okay. And do you get, because I know some of the animals at the fair you're just given, and then others, like you get to pick them out. So did you guys get to pick out your goats?
Yeah, our mom's dad is a goat farmer.
Oh.
He's a goat and deer farmer.
Okay.
So he has the goats that we use.
So you get to pick your own baby goats out.
We get the goats.
Aw.
Babies, we play with them.
So you get them when they're real small.
We even bring them down to their house sometimes because
Oh, can you give her them? Yeah.
because their mom either passes away or can't breastfeed. So they're called bottle feed babies, and they go down to the house and they just run around on the couches and jump around. And
So you bring them inside, huh?
Yep, and we put diapers on them too. Little baby goats running out with diapers on.
Who gets the task of cleaning the diapers?
Usually my grandma.
Oh, I gotcha.
We don't do that.
That is so cute. I bet they're adorable,
They are
though.
adorable.
Yeah.
They're annoying sometimes too when they're loud. Yep, they can be pretty annoying, but they're cute.
Aw, they're just babies.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the dairy market feeders. And I think years ago, what is the difference between that and a steer? Let's talk about that for a minute, because a steer's like a big,
The steer
like
is
a beef
really big
cow.
and it's much heavier and harder to pull around. There's not really much difference like how you set it up. It's just bigger and
Okay.
it's maybe a little built different somehow.
Okay.
But the steer you're looking for like their belly, and on a cow you're looking for, or on a dairy market beef you're looking for high hips and good meats in their butt area and brisket and all that.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the difference, but there's not really a big difference, just their sizes are
They're
different.
just smaller.
Yes.
They're just younger.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Younger.
Okay. All right, and a little bit easier to handle,
Yeah,
right?
they Yep, they are.
Well, very good. So when you go in to show that animal, I mean, obviously it weighs a lot more than you do. So what do you do to make sure he stays under control?
I just walk next to him and talk to him and like hold his head up to know that I'm there, and I have a show stick, so if he gets out of control, I can just give him a little whooping.
Just
But the show
give him a
stick's-
little nudge.
yeah, the show stick's mostly for you to fix his feet.
Yes.
So he's a pretty good cow. He gets a little wild sometimes. I've gotten headbutted a couple times by him, but he's gotten better. He's learned.
Good. So what's his name?
His name is Casper.
Casper. Is he white?
We were hoping to get a white one, but the white one got sick, so we had to do him. But he's both white and black, but yeah.
Very
I like
good.
Casper because he sneaks around and it's just a fun name. Fun name for him.
Well, very good. Well, you two, we thank you so much for
Yeah,
taking
thank
time
you.
to talk with us. And could you get someone from the food booth, please? Yeah. Okay. All right. And so best of luck to you at the fair.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. We have our next victim coming up. Here she comes. And oh, we have two more victims. All right. And you guys have to share the microphone, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So tell everyone who you are.
I'm Maddie Mercer.
Okay.
I'm Addison Daly.
Okay. You're my neighbor, aren't you? Yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit about the projects that you two have at this year's Jackson County Fair.
Well, I take goats.
Okay.
I take cows.
Cows. Do I see your cow in the backyard at your house? Or is it somewhere else? She's my neighbor. She has a little cow in her backyard. It's awesome. No, that's so cute. All right, so tell everyone who your parents are and what 4-H club you're in.
My parents are Andy Mercer and Amy Mercer, and I'm in Barnyard Rascals.
Okay.
My parents are Aaron Daly and Jason Daly, and I'm in Country Critters.
Okay. And so what are you looking forward to about this year's fair?
I'm just glad things are back to normal and that we actually got a show this year because I didn't get a show last year.
Oh, you didn't?
But I'm glad things are finally going back to normal so I can show my goats normally.
Very good.
I'm excited to see people's faces.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to wear masks, and I haven't been able to see their faces for like a year.
I know. Isn't that crazy? It's one of those things where you can see people smile again, and it's real nice, isn't it? Well, very good. So what else besides showing your animals, what's your favorite part about the fair this year?
So I do lip sync. And
Lip sync?
I'm actually doing it tonight.
There's a contest tonight?
There's
Nice.
out races. There's all the games that everyone enjoys.
Very
It's just
good.
fun for everyone.
So in the 4-H part, yeah? Okay, very good.
I enjoy, and last year we didn't get to do like the fun night and gospel night, and we didn't get to do as many things as we'd like to, so I'm
Right.
excited this year that we get to do all these fun things.
Yeah, just get back to normal again. And how many years have you guys been in 4-H?
I've been in 4-H 3 years.
I've been in 4-H for. Count.
She's got to count.
This will be my 4th year.
Okay, well, very good. So you guys are kind of seasoned veterans as well. So does it get easier every year, or is it different challenges every year?
Well, since I didn't show last year, it's right back where I started. Because
Out of practice,
I
huh?
forgot some things, but I got some good goods. So they're doing okay.
Well, very good. And how's your steer doing this year?
It's doing good.
Well, you're just a little girl. How you walk that big steer around?
I have to like make sure my arm is straight so that it doesn't step on my toe. It stepped on my toe once and it hurt.
That would be not good. How much does your steer weigh?
About 680.
Yeah, so when a 680-pound steer steps on your toe, it does not feel good.
No, not at all.
No. So I
My
bet you
toe
don't do
still
that
hurts.
anymore. I'd say it does. Well, girls, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. Is there anything you'd like for our viewers to know?
Rides are open tonight from
That's
5
right.
to 11. So, and as well as the food booths. And tonight is family fun night, I guess you could call it. But it's like fun for the family.
It is, and kids get in free today. So, yeah, can't beat that. Anything else?
No, No, I don't think so.
All right. Will you go sucker your mom into coming out here?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, girls. Thank you for talking with us. We appreciate it.
Bye.
See ya. All right, Miss Heather. Got another victim coming over. Welcome, welcome. Here, I'll give you that.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. And so first off, tell everyone who you are.
My name is Heather Callahan. I'm an advisor for Ridge Runners 4-H Club.
And Heather, you and I have been in 4-H, same as Jamie, for quite some time. She was worried about talking today, and I said, well, you'll be following Jamie Sexton. She said, oh, I'm good then.
Absolutely.
He doesn't set the bar very high, does he?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. We love Jamie. So you and I have been in 4-H, we're in 4-H together for a long time, and so now as a parent, here you are at the fair. What's the difference between being in it as a parent versus being in it yourself?
My stress level is much different having 3 children showing and having everything appropriate and ready for the show ring when it's time to go to the show ring.
So is it more so?
It is more so. The stress of watching your own child show their product in their class. As a parent, you have a lot of pride, but there's also a lot of nerves of watching your child perform.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to do it yourself. It's another thing to just try to be the support mechanism, and you're going through the whole thing with them at
Absolutely.
the same time.
And you watch them practice and all their struggles at home, and when they find success in the show ring, it's well worth it.
Very good. And you know, I think that's a fair thing to talk about, because a lot of folks don't understand that the parents are here with their children doing a lot of stuff.
We do. As your child grows, my children have been involved as early as they could, and now they're in their senior showmanship years. You watch them mature and their skill level enhance, and you can start stepping away and letting them have more control over their project. So I see success with that, but it's also hard to let go of that control and let them take over their project.
I get it, and yeah, that would be a difficult thing, but also so rewarding, because all of the years of hard work have been fantastic.
It is, and you see their leadership
Yes.
develop, and their confidence and their showmanship skills. When they are helping other peers younger than themselves, you feel a lot of pride with that you see that their efforts have really paid off.
Very good. So I just want to give that mom view
Absolutely.
in here. Okay, so let's talk for a minute. I found you over in the Jackson County 4-H food booth, which actually, when we were showing, used to be up on the midway, but now it's in a much better spot as far as I'm concerned. So you all are right here.
We are
around the livestock arena.
We are able to support our families that are showing 4-H. Our menu is priced so that families can eat affordably at the fair. We try to offer a variety of foods because our families do eat here about 7 days a week. We're located near the new pavilion, so we have nice tables that we can offer, a place to sit down, cool off, and meet together as a family.
Like where we're at right now
Yes,
is beautiful.
it is beautiful. Nice
place.
and cool and shaded.
Yeah.
A great place to meet your family and enjoy a meal together.
So what are some of the things, number one, the proceeds, and the great thing about this is the proceeds stay here and help
local.
our kids.
Yes. We use local vendors as much as we can to provide the products
That's
in our
awesome.
booth. Our prices are reasonable for what's available at the fairgrounds, and all the money that we raise is used within our own program. It doesn't leave our county, so our families feel confident about what they're spending with us.
Yeah, and I think that's the main thing. And there are some local booths here around the barn area that are kind of the same thing.
Absolutely.
With the cattlemen's and I think does the Junior Fair Board have a booth too, or
Oak Hill FFA
okay,
has
Oak Hill
a food
FFA.
booth.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right,
And
very
we try
good.
between the 3 booths, we try to offer a variety of foods. We try not to offer the
Yeah.
same foods. That way, families have opportunities to enjoy other menu items.
You know, and I love that everybody works together. That's so
Absolutely.
fantastic. All right, so the Jackson County 4-H food booth, what can folks have when they come to eat? Let's talk about
the good things. We offer Pepsi products for cold drinks. We have taco in a bag, Jackson County Veals. We also offer a hamburger, cheeseburger. Our breakfast items are sausage gravy and biscuits or sausage sandwiches. And we offer all of that available starting at 7 a.m. is when our booth opens, and we go into the evening hours following the shows so families can clean up from their shows and then come and get a meal.
You know, and still, because trust us, we know, you're starved. By the
You
time
are.
you get down there, some of these shows go late.
They
and
do. And families don't take the time to eat.
You don't.
Because you're so busy and listening for ring
And
announcements and nervous. So we do stay open later so that families have an opportunity and a place to eat.
Okay. And I think that's fantastic because after all, you are here for the kids.
We are,
And
yes.
that's the main thing.
And our booth is run by volunteers. They're all club advisors. There are daily managers that are a part of the advisory council. And we are just so blessed to have our booth staffed by families, and it's nice to see friends come and meet with us.
It is. And I've seen, since I've been sitting here, a steady line of kids and adults alike in line there at the booth. So y'all are doing something right.
We are, and we enjoy serving our families.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get back
Thank
to
you.
work,
Have a
Heather.
great
because,
day.
Hey, you too, and come see us anytime, all righty?
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. And thank you. All right. And, this has just been, come on over, have a seat. Who's coming? You? Okay. Yeah. Yep. You want to sit down? Oh, Aaron, you want to come over too? Okay. Okay, you'll wait? Okay. Oh, you're fine. You're blabby. I know you. Well, here, I'll give you that. All right. Of course. And no, please do come out and support the local booths, the local kids, because that's what all this is about. All right. So, welcome. Tell everyone who you are.
I'm Jen Maldick.
Yes. And did your sister send you over here?
She did. She did. She
So-
brought me into this.
So I texted her sister, of course, is our good friend Abby Meldick, who's been on the program several times here at the fair. But so I sent her a message last night. I said, "Are you going to be there? Or you need to send some people to come see me." So congratulations, here you are.
Yeah.
So Jen, tell everybody a little bit about how long you've been in 4-H, who your parents are, and what projects you have this year.
My mom is Melody Maldick, and my dad is Shane Maldick.
Yes.
I have a market steer and 2 pens of rabbits.
Rabbits. Okay.
Yeah, I just got done with showmanship.
You did.
Yeah, I
How
did.
did that go?
For my class, I got brought back in, and then I didn't place the second time. Which
Well,
is
that's okay, but there's a ton. That's some
Yeah.
pretty tough competition, especially when you get to be in it with the older kids.
Yeah. I've been in 4-H for 12, 13 years. Somewhere
Couple
around
years.
there. Yeah, a long time.
Well, very good. So we haven't talked with anybody with rabbits yet. So let's talk for a minute about what you have to do to show your rabbits.
Oh no. So you'll set them up and like make them
Just
like
think,
a big,
a cute little
Yes.
bunny ball.
yeah,
Right?
basically. You'll
They're
set
so
them
cute.
up and you'll put them in like this ball, and like the judges will feel the back, and they'll check the teeth and the mouth, like yeah, all around the mouths, the toes, the fingers like on the front. I don't know if they're toes or not. I
They're
don't,
little
I don't
bunny
know.
toes. Yeah.
You have to sex it to see what you grab their ears and a big bunch of skin, and you flip them, and you see what sex they are. I know that's very weird.
No, that's become a running joke because it's just like
Yeah.
so weird, but it's just the thing. That's what you have to do because
Yeah.
you can't tell unless you actually physically do that.
Yeah.
What they are.
My mom actually sexed it before I went in for showmanship.
So you weren't sure whether your bunny was a he or a she? No?
It's a girl though.
Oh, it is a girl.
Yeah, it's a doe.
It's a girl. Congratulations.
Yay.
No. So okay. So were you on the court or?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Was that last year?
Yeah, 2020.
Okay. And you guys unfortunately didn't probably get to do as much as some of the other girls. But what were some of the fun things that you did get to do in representing the Jackson County Fair on the court?
When we went to the last couple parades, we had a bunch of girls on our float having like a dance party, and everyone
That's
came to
fun.
us every time we were there because we have speakers in our float. We just got a new float, and we just jammed to music, and we just danced around, met a lot of new queens.
Very,
very
good.
fun.
So what festivals did you actually get to go to?
Oh wow. We did the Christmas one in Wellston, the London Strawberry Festival, the Turkey Festival. Oh man, and there's a lot. I can't name all of
Good.
them.
Well, I'm glad that you got to go to some. I guess that was my point, that you guys
Yeah.
actually got to have some sort of normal there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, moving on to your steer. How's that going?
It's going. He's a huge baby,
Is he?
but he only likes me. No one else. Only me.
So what does that mean? Oh, I'm losing my microphone here. What does that mean as far as a steer goes? So, like, if anyone comes in the arena, is he going to freak out?
Oh
or-
no.
But he just does what mom says.
Yeah, he follows me around without a halter, and he's very, very sweet to me. He gets mad at me a lot when I don't love him. Yeah,
Little
he's a big.
spoiled baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Big
So
time.
is that just like, do you find this isn't your first time doing a steer?
Oh yeah,
Is it?
Uh huh.
Oh,
Yep, first time.
well, it seems like you've done something right. But yeah, let's talk for a minute about, different animals. From year to year, they have different personalities, right?
Yeah, they do. I took goats a while ago, and they all were different every single year. One loved me, one hated me, one was in the middle, one was crazy. It's just,
Maybe he would say you were the crazy one. Who knows?
oh yeah, probably.
Well, very good. And is there anything, here's a good one for you. What would you say to any youngsters out there that are watching that are maybe on the fence about whether to be in 4-H or to participate in the fair? Have you had good experiences with it?
Yeah, I have.
Would you encourage young people
Oh yeah,
to get
of
involved?
course. My siblings always told me how much fun it is, and to show off your hard work. And it's fun.
And I don't think, again, I don't know that people understand how much work goes into the fair and how much discipline that it takes and what the life lessons are that you all are learning by doing what you're doing. So thank you for that and congratulations.
Thank you.
Just getting here is a major success.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Jen, thank you. And I'm sorry that your sister made you do it, but
Oh,
it was
it's
all my
fine.
fault.
okay.
And best of luck to you at the rest of the fair.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Miss Erin. Miss Blabby.
Blabby?
Well, you were blabbing over there.
I know.
Here, I'll give you that. And I found my good neighbor and good buddy, Erin Daly, and she is here. And you have a big, big responsibility this week, right?
So, there's a few things we have on the
It's like
to-do
herding
list.
cats.
It is sometimes, but so I work with the 4-H program and work with the Ohio State University Extension, and we are fortunate we have a lot of great volunteers. So a lot of times it works like a well-oiled machine, and if everything's going well, it means that I can not have quite as much to do or not be going in too many directions. But we're really fortunate we have a lot of great volunteers. We have our committees. We have our livestock committee, our 4-H advisory council, and you met some of them. We have our
Yes.
4-H horse committee, and then our junior fair board members and advisors, and then also our senior fair board. So all of them work, and they're all volunteers. So I just can't say enough about how much they put in year round trying to help make the fair happen. And it doesn't just happen this one week of the year. And
No.
and not to mention all of our 4-H club advisors that help these kids throughout the year and just help them to be able to, get these projects ready and answering a billion questions throughout the year, whether it's a new member that's trying to get something together. And also, I think just that camaraderie that we see within the 4-H family. It's just so fun to see kids and parents, helping each other and jumping in, and an experienced showman helping that newer
Yes.
exhibitor, and
Love that.
it's just so much fun seeing that. I smiled seeing earlier last night. I just saw two little girls walking across carrying their rabbits, and each of them had a hand in the laundry basket carrying their rabbits, and they were just talking and giggling and going
Yes.
going over to put their rabbits, and we're getting the rabbits ready. And so it's just fun seeing those things happen, and there's just so much goodwill and people just willing to jump in and help, and that's what we really are all about.
And I think that that's definitely a common theme with 4-H, and that is helping each other out. And you love seeing like somebody helping somebody clean the stall out, and they're pushing each other in the wheelbarrow, and just like good like kids having fun. And I just feel like, especially this past year, there probably hasn't been a lot of that, and to see it happening again is so fantastic.
It is. It's really great just seeing them out here, working together. And, our kids that showed last year, they fought through a lot last year, not knowing, and uncertainty, and really just not knowing what was going on. And even this year, once some of these animals were, the steers were purchased back in December or earlier last year.
Right. You're like, what am I going to do with this
There
thing
was,
if I don't get this
yeah,
show?
so there's still a lot of uncertainty. There was still a lot of
Yeah.
uncertainty. And, our families, they took risk in trying to do that. But I think that, we talked about this a lot in 2020. And, I think that theme continues. But it's really shows, these families that, the kids are having these projects, and yes, they sell their projects, and it's great. We're so thankful to have the community out here to support, and the kids are able to make money from those to put back towards, their car, their school clothes, or things, other projects that they're bigger things that they're saving for. But, really, as they're going through that, it's really not about, in the end, when they really look at the dollars and cents, a lot of times they're not making. They put a lot more money in sometimes, or they're barely breaking even a lot of times. And so, they get that check at the end, but they've put in a lot of money throughout and feed and all those other costs. And it's really, that's not what that end goal is. And, we tell if that's what your end goal is, and that's not where we're at, because, that's about being in the barn and being out there with your siblings or your parents and your family out there working together and going through that, and those things, just that hard work and ethics that comes along with having to be out there taking care of your animals and all those responsibilities that
and
come
I
along
think
with that.
Listen, the lessons learned during 4-H, no matter what project you do, are priceless. So it's not about the money. It's not about that. But I can tell you, after spending many couple years here at the fair.
Just a couple years ago.
I was the 1990 Horse Queen, just to let y'all know, just in case you didn't know that. And Jenna forgot my tiara. It's all Jenna's fault. No, not really. We were just talking about that. I needed my tiara. But no, I think that some of my best memories of my lifetime were made here. And you may not realize it at the time.
For sure.
That's the thing. But as you look back on it, you think, man, wow, that was a great learning lesson. Or boy, was that fun. Or man, I met kids that I would have never met otherwise from different schools.
It's true,
or whatever.
yeah.
So,
and these, we see these kids, whether they meet on Junior Fair Board or just in the barn, and they develop these, friendships over the years.
Yes.
And my kids have done it. They've got friends that they are friends with through 4-H. And it's like they jump back in. They may not see them. They go to different schools, and maybe they jump back in and they don't skip a beat. It's just like they come in, they jump in together. If they see each other outside of 4-H events, they have those friendships that they stick with them. And I think that that's really true, that they don't realize what those things that they're learning. It's things that's a long-term lesson that they'll realize down the road. And even those, responsibility of having to get up, and now they're thinking, oh, I got to get up and I got to go feed my animals in the morning, and I'm doing this day in and day out, or late at night when you get home from ball games, or wherever else you've been doing.
Vacation and I want to sleep in, but tough.
Yeah, and they don't think about that then, but down the road they realize it's that grit and determination that kind of helps them persevering and juggling so many things. I mean, our kids aren't just involved in 4-H, and all of our kids are involved in sports. They're involved in sports. They do drama. They're involved in their school activities. These are the same kids that are involved in lots of different things throughout the year, and so it's a lot for them just juggling all those things.
It is, and again, that's all a life lesson, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
It is
very
that
good.
time management and trying to figure out how to make it all work. That as adults we're still trying to figure out sometimes how to juggle all those things. But it's a
You
great
are
life skill.
correct. Well, it has to be. So you are. What is your official title?
So my official title is 4-H Extension Educator.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
And but so you've been doing this for a few years now. We'll
few.
just say a few
Yeah.
years now. But you also have the title of mom. 4-H mom.
I do get that title too. Yeah.
And that has to be, as you were talking about juggling, but that has to be. So you have kind of a double whammy here, where you obviously have to oversee all of this madness, but you also have to play the role as mom. How tough is that?
It's tough sometimes, but I guess I think kudos to some of my volunteers, because they were really my kids have been showing for a few years now, and they were really out of it. When your kids are showing, you need to get out, kicking me out of the office and be like, get out there now. No, that'll wait. And so they're really good about helping do that, and we've really worked over the years to try to get that system in place so that we can, it does kind of work with just several volunteers, and we can get as much done ahead of time and get things done that we're able to kind of just see those things. But it's kind of fun juggling that. It's definitely teamwork. And then this year I get to be a queen mom too, because Addison's on the queen court, which is a whole nother ball of wax to try to figure out. So.
Well, we didn't want you to be bored.
Correct. Definitely not bored. Definitely not bored.
This girl doesn't, ever sleep. Let's put it that way. So, well, Erin, thank you so much for taking time to talk with us. Glad to see some normalcy back here at the fair this year, and best of luck to you and all the kids.
Well, thank you for being here. We're just really excited to have a full fair and have things back that our kids are getting to see that sense of normalcy again this year.
That's exactly right. All right, cool.
All right.
Get back to work now.
All right. Well, thanks.
Get back to all the things that you're doing.
Yeah, I got to go check in. So thanks. I'm surprised they haven't come to find me during this few minutes. So thanks a lot.
It's just they're camera shy. They don't want to be. They don't want to be on it.
Well, you have a great day. And thanks for being at the fair.
Thank you. All righty. And let's see, where are we at on time? Well, we have a little bit of time left here on the program. So do we have some more folks? All right, Miss Jenna, send them on over. And we hope that you're enjoying our time here at the fair, because this has been so much fun talking to these kids. And I'm so glad that you all are here, because the one question that we have not gotten answered this year is to talk about FFA. So we actually have 2 FFA members here to talk about that. And first off, tell everyone who you are, and then if you could face that way, because our camera's that over there. Yeah.
I'm Hayden Fleeman. I'm the president of the Jackson FFA chapter.
Okay.
I am Madeline Fannin, and I'm the vice president of the Jackson FFA chapter.
All right, and so you guys are both from Jackson. Okay, Jackson hasn't had an FFA. I mean, is it new, relatively new?
It's been there for a while. We just haven't been out doing things more.
Just haven't been as active.
Yes. This year we are active. So we have a booth over there, and to anybody that would like to stop by.
Hold that up closer to your mouth. There you go. There you go.
If anybody would like to stop by and learn more about FFA, you're more than welcome to. We have pamphlets and we have flyers to give out, and any children interested in participating in FFA later on in high school, it's a great opportunity to take, and I strongly advise you to take it. So if you would like to learn more and talk to some of our officers, stop by. Our booth is by the show arena by the lemonade stand. It's the red canopy.
There you go, and you can't miss it, right? So let's talk for a minute, if you would, about FFA versus 4-H, and both of them allow you, to end up here at the fair with an animal or a project. So let's talk. But what's the difference?
I would say FFA is more through school. Like, it's a class that you can take through school.
Okay.
I don't really, how would you describe the difference?
So it is a class, and I feel like you all do more with competitions and things like that.
Yes, we do. We do livestock judging. There's you can qualify like your FFA advisor through your school will sign your well, first they'll pick your livestock judging team, and then they'll take you to competitions around Ohio. But this past year was actually online, so we had to do it all through online.
Oh, no.
But it was still fun, and we still bonded, and we placed pretty high in one of them. I think
Livestock, we did pretty well.
You did well? Good.
So yeah, that's one thing that differs through that, and like there's like the national conference.
Yes.
That's always in Indiana, right? And then there's and then there's the state that's in Columbus.
Okay.
So there's just like, I mean, it all connects. Like it all
It
like
does.
comes back together. But there's just like a few things that like differ. Do you have anything?
I personally think that with being an officer in the FFA, I think that all of us are more like a unit than like in 4-H. You still have your bonds, you still have your friends, but like we work together to accomplish bigger goals.
I see.
And I think that is extremely important to like later on in life when you're at a job. You're always going to have to work with somebody, and you're going to have to work together to accomplish something.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a great learning tool for later on in life. It's just awesome to be a part of it.
Very good. And, I'm so glad that you guys took the opportunity to come talk with us, and it is much appreciated. Now, are you all selling things here too? Don't you have a food booth?
We have a $25 Tractor Supply raffle.
Oh, a raffle.
It's free. You don't have to pay anything. All you just got to do is give us your name and your telephone number, and we'll put you in a raffle, and we will announce the winner on Friday night.
That is awesome. Very good. What?
Huh?
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Oh. All right. So let's talk about your projects for a minute while you're here. Oh, you need somebody to come buy them, right?
Yes.
So let's recruit some people.
I have a market steer this year, and he's a big baby. He's just really lazy, but he's awesome, and I'm so excited to show him because after the year we had, I just think this fair is closer to normalcy than we had last year. So
Sure.
I'm just so excited to get into the ring and show him. I think it'll be so much fun.
Very good.
I take 2 projects. I actually just got done with showmanship on my rabbits.
Okay, how'd you do?
I got 4th overall in the intermediate, which isn't bad, but it's not great,
Hey,
But
you got a ribbon, didn't you?
I did get a
There
ribbon.
you go.
I also show steers.
Okay.
I have 1 steer, and he just doesn't want to deal with anybody. He just wants to lay around all day and sleep.
Hey, I feel the same way most of the time.
But he's a good steer, and I'm excited to show him, and I'm excited to sell him, but I'm not excited to sell him.
I understand. Understand. It's a little bittersweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely been because you get so attached to them.
You do, and that's what people, at the end of the day, they can't help but become pets as well as projects. So, and it's very tough to let them go.
Yes. Even though it's a love-hate relationship, you still have that bond with
Oh,
them.
can you hold it? Yeah.
Even though it's a love-hate relationship, you still have that bond with them because you broke them, and then, you're the one they trust the most. So, they work the best with you, so it's hard.
It is. So let's talk for a minute, and I didn't ask any of the other folks, what do you have to do? A steer is a big animal. This thing is huge. How do you wash it? How do you get it ready? What all is involved in getting it ready for the show?
So whenever you do wash a steer, it has to be clean before you wash it. It can't have any mud on it or anything
Wait,
like that.
what?
Yeah.
You have to wash it before you wash it?
You just brush it out.
Oh, okay.
And you get all the mud out of them. And then you, what you do is whenever you do spray them with the hose, you always start at their feet.
Okay.
Because that's where they regulate their body temperature.
Yes.
So if you spray it on their back or anything else, they can have a heart attack.
Yep.
Just
Same
like
with
a
the
hog.
horses.
Yeah, a hog, a horse, they're all.
Yeah.
So you spray on his feet, get him ready, and you wet him down.
Okay.
And then I use a foamer. You just put soap in it, and it shoots water through it, and it's just a big foam cloud all over him.
Okay.
And then I take a little, I call it a squeegee. It's just
squeegee.
You take it like this, and you rub the soap in like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how does your steer handle all of this?
They love it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, mine loves it. Like they're big babies. They just stand there,
Just rub all
and I
over
mean,
me. I'm
I
good.
bet it feels good. Like if they're like my steer's black, so like obviously like they get hot, so
Yes.
like it's nice. I can just tell they like the water, like it cools them down.
Yeah.
So they love it. It gets them so relaxed, and they
Good.
honestly do better after you wash them. Like mine will walk better after I wash them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just chilled out more.
Yes, he is.
Very good. So there'll be all these kids out washing their steers right before the show. So how nervous do you guys get?
My first year, I was pretty nervous. I should go to my first year, and this is only my second year taking a steer.
Oh, okay.
So last year, I was pretty nervous because it was my first year going in. But I mean, everyone gets nervous before their first show. But I think once you get in the ring and you get going and you get calmed down, the nerves go away.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I am really bad with nerves.
I always was too.
I think this is my 4th year showing steers. It's the same every year. I always get nervous, always get those butterflies in your stomach, but
I think it just differs.
with a bigger animal, you get more nervous. With a smaller animal, from my personal experience, I'm less nervous with the rabbits.
Oh, really?
Way more nervous with the steer.
Well, considering the fact that it weighs like 7 times more than you do and could crush you at any moment.
And also you've spent 8-9 months of your time working with it,
Yeah.
and you want it to be perfect.
Yes.
So that's the part that I'm kind of self-conscious about setting his feet up right, making him walk smooth, all that stuff.
That's right. And do you find, because I know I showed horses, so you can practice with your horse 100 times a day, but you get them into a weird environment, especially when they've never seen another type of animal before. So we would bring our horses here, we'd travel all over the country, and then they come here and look at a lamb and just be like, ah, So what do you find that they get more nervous as they come here, and then you have to have that little calm down session as well?
Yeah, I think that definitely affects them because they're not used to it. I mean, unless you have other animals in the barn, because like I know my steers, we also have lambs in our barn. So I
Okay.
mean, they're kind of used to other animals, but like, I mean, it probably affects them because they're like, what is that?
I know.
I mean, like
what is this weird thing?
yeah, like it maybe even like scares them. Like it could, because like I bet like a goat would be scared of a steer. Like I bet like that would definitely affect it.
I would think so.
So
In my barn, my steers, they see rabbits, and that's it, because we breed rabbits.
Okay.
And they rarely see any other people. So whenever I take them to the fair, it's usually, they don't act crazy and they don't go around running all that stuff, but they get really stressed out. And you just you have to lay them down, run a fan on them, and they're not going to eat, they're not going to drink because they're so stressed. You just got to give them some time to themselves.
Just let them just
let them cool off.
self-soothe,
Yeah.
if you will. Yeah, understood. All right, well, is there anything else you all would like everybody to know about this year's Jackson County Fair?
I think it's going to be a good one.
I think it's gonna be a
everyone
good
needs
one,
to
too.
come out, and I think it'll be fun. A lot of memories will be made.
I do hope everybody comes out. It's an awesome atmosphere here, so enjoy it.
It is, and I think everybody's ready for it. And if you don't get out and support these kids and support the fair, it can't keep continuing. So, we need this to keep happening every year. So come out and enjoy it, right?
Yes.
All right. All right, kids, thanks.
Thank you
Y'all
for
are
your
the
time.
best. All right. And make sure that if you want to stop by the FFA booth, that they're here and they can answer any questions for you. All right. Very good. We have one more guest? Okay. Come on over.
Okay. A little late,
You're not late. Better late than never, right?
I guess.
Tell everybody who you are.
I am Mike Farley, president of the Senior Fair Board.
That's right. And you've been around for a couple of years.
27.
I just said a couple.
I don't care to tell people.
No, you've been an integral part for many years, and thank you for that. Thanks for your service. All right, so before we get out of here, did want to let's go over some of the events that are going on this week. Would you do that
Sure
for us?
will. I even got my book right here.
Oh, could you hold your microphone? There you go.
I'm
Nope,
sorry.
you're good.
Of course, right now we got the rabbit shows going on. This showmanship.
Yeah.
The market show starts at 11 o'clock. The junior breeding at 1. 5 o'clock, the ride's open. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I haven't been on a ride for years, so I could tell you.
This girl, no. The stomach doesn't handle it the way it used to.
Right. We got the Cincinnati Circus there this year. It's more of
Tonight?
a thrill show. Yes, it'll be here today.
And kids get in free. Don't forget about that
Yes,
today.
it is Kids Day. 12 and under's free. So
Yep.
the circus will perform at 3:30, 5:30, and at 9 o'clock they got a fire show they'll do. So that'll be all in front of the grandstands.
Are you going to participate in that?
They haven't asked me. So
Oh,
I'm
there's
gonna
probably
let-
a reason for that.
Yeah, I'm going to let the experts take care of that.
Probably
so,
good.
So Tuesday night is our rodeo.
Are you going to participate in that?
No, I am. I already battled.
That is a great big fat no.
Yeah, I already battled a bull earlier in last year, so and he won. So
We don't want that then.
no. What else? Tomorrow's the goat shows, sheep shows. Let's see, Wednesday night we have up and coming singer Jess Kelly Adams.
Yep.
So she'll be here at 7:30.
Yeah, she'll be on the show actually Wednesday
Oh,
with
okay.
us live. So we look forward to that.
Well, good. And that's when we have our cattle show all day long. So Thursday is our OMTPA tractor pulls. They start at 7 o'clock in front of the grandstand. We'll have the poultry show and also the swine shows that day too.
Okay.
Friday we have the Fast Tracks Motocross. They'll be in front of the grandstand also. And we'll have Showman and Showman contest. And of course, Friday nights are sale.
Yes.
And Saturday, as always, we have the Demolition Derby.
Woohoo! You're going to participate in that?
No,
They just won't let you do anything fun this year, will they?
I'm pretty smart and I'm not going to hurt myself. So,
Listen, if there was one that I think would be a hoot to participate in, it would be that one.
you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
Take
I
out
don't
all
know.
your frustration.
Well,
Just back up
if
as
you-
fast as you can.
As long as nobody hits you.
Well, that's why you have to get there first.
Okay.
Well, very good. So, Mike, what are some of the responsibilities that you have at this year's fair?
Well, it's just not me. It's the whole fair board.
Yes.
In January, we have a convention in Columbus. And that's when we kind of look for ideas what to bring to the fair.
Sure.
And it is very helpful. You get other ideas from fairs about what to do, what they've done. So we kind of learn from that a lot. Help keep the grounds clean. We all do that. So
That's a full-time job.
yes, it is. And it also, keep upkeep on the buildings. Everybody will come in this week. If you look at the grandstand, it got a brand new facelift
It is
this year.
fantastic.
So we got new signs up. So everybody has complimented on how great it looks.
Yes.
So the horse barn over here, the 4-H horse barn, we got a facelift too. So
Very good.
the livestock committee is keeping upkeep on the barn. So we all the committees work together very well, and to me, that's what makes this place a success.
It does, and it's the whole teamwork is dream work thing is certainly the theme of putting on a fair.
Right. You're exactly right.
Yep. Well, is there anything else you want to tell our viewers before we get out of here for the day?
Just come to the fair, support the kids. This is what the fair is all about.
It is.
Supporting kids. There's vendors up there on the midway with food. The rides, your admission's $10. The rides are free. Grandstand's free, so it's all in one package. So
That's right, and don't forget, we are down here in the junior fair area, but there is a whole other fair going on up on the Midway as well. You have the rides. Are there any fun? I know one year here I rode a camel named Nacho.
no, I don't think we have anything
No,
like that.
no
this
camels
year.
named Nacho this
No.
year. Drat. I was gonna go up and see if I could find him again. I'll bet he remembers me.
Yeah, I bet he would too.
All right. Well, have a wonderful day, and good luck to you at the fair
Thank
this
you.
year. And we appreciate you taking time to talk to me.
Thank you for your support also.
Of course, we love it.
All right.
So, All right, well, are we done for the day? Okay, James says yes. So we hope that you've enjoyed our visit to this year's Jackson County Fair. Thank you to everybody that's participated. And we know that they are so busy and they took time out of their day to come see us. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll be back in the studio tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.